Well, I don't want to say I told you so, but I'll put it this: I hope you bought a Paldean Fates display. I hope you did, because wow, the market absorbed that reprint like it hadn't eaten in years. I mean, far out. So we've got a couple numbers to go off by. So let's start off. So Paldean Fates displays from the start of the year to now is up 54%. Now, just remember that there was a reprint. That's ridiculous. That is crazy. So year to date, it's up 54%, meanwhile getting a reprint. And I find that interesting because usually people talk about reprints as like this reset, right? Like Prismatic Evolutions is $150 in ETB. Oh, guys, don't worry. There's a reprint coming. It's all good. But a lot of time that's not the case. Now, yes, we saw a bit of a retrace in the market because of that reprint, which is fine. That's great. More opportunities to buy. The thing that I find interesting is that it gets Paldean Fates on people's minds. And I don't think people really thought about that reprints are really good. Not only because, you can buy more and, all that. It's more of, honestly, for me, it's more of getting Paldean Fates on people's mind. It's more of people opening it and experiencing it. Because Paldean Fates has the same, if not better, pull rate than Crown Zenith. You are more likely to get a hit in a Paldean Fates pack versus Crown Zenith. That's pretty cool. That's pretty fun. That's pretty exciting. And this doesn't get talked around a lot, but also the pull rates for those SIRs are difficult. The pull an SIR isn't too difficult. Pull the specific one, being the Bubble Mew, is ridiculously hard. The Bubble Mew is up a staggering 16% in the last, week. So, this is what I find really interesting. So, the market, it didn't really think about Paldean Fates. But recently, because of the reprint, it got Paldean Fates on people's mind. And I find this very interesting because it kind of goes to show you that a reprint can actually be good because, yes, it'll be brought down, but it'll come back better than ever. I want to use Twilight Masquerade as a good example. Twilight Masquerade is doing really well for itself. Main reason is because it literally has not gotten a reprint, but that's going to change soon. It was confirmed it's going to get a reprint. But you look at Twilight Masquerade and no one's talking about it. The singles are actually crashing in Twilight Masquerade. Meanwhile, the box is going up, but the singles are crashing. There's not much interest there. And overall, not a lot of people really care about Twilight Masquerade. Now, my opinion, I think Twilight Masquerade is a fantastic set. It has the best trainer card in all of Scarlet and Violet, Sword and Shield, and Sun and Moon, in my opinion, which is the Perrin, or Perrin, however it's pronounced. But the thing is that Twilight Masquerade isn't talked about a lot, which I find very interesting. Now, that doesn't mean that Twilight Masquerade isn't going to do well. Maybe it does just as well as other sets. But what I find interesting is that when sets get a lot of reprints, because it's put on people's mind, they think about it more. So you could get a set, say, Twilight Masquerade. Just, let's use Twilight Masquerade. Look at Twilight Masquerade. Not many people talk about it. Now, maybe it'll do well in the long term, sure. But look at a set like Evolving Skies. Evolving Skies copped tons of restocks. It has been put in tins tons of times. It has been restocked, reprinted a couple times. But I believe, I could be wrong on this, but I believe other than Shining Fates, now I believe Evolving Skies was the most printed main set of Sword and Shield. I'm pretty sure. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I believe Evolving Skies was the most printed main set of Sword and Shield. However, it did the best. And partly because it's good, but in my opinion, I think a big reason is because it's put on people's mind. People are thinking about it, and that's what I find very interesting. Take that versus a set like Brilliant Stars. Brilliant Stars didn't really cop a lot of heat. It came out the gates really hot, and people really loved it, but dude, realistically, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Evolving Skies got way more reprints than Brilliant Stars. And even better than that, I mean, mate, good luck finding Brilliant Stars in tins today. Dude, people are still finding Evolving Skies in tins today. They're still finding it in some Walmarts, but on Pokemon Center, they dropped a tin a month ago, and people opened it up and they went, ooh, Evolving Skies, still being found in the wild today. So I find that very interesting. But hey, if you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. If you guys have watched my channel before and you guys are coming back, I just want to say thank you. And I just want to address my video. This is not an apology, but I find this really funny. My video I uploaded yesterday, well, today for me, but yesterday when you're watching this, you guys hated that. I think that's the least viewed video on my channel. You guys hated it. Holy crap. The comments were insane. Some of the most nice, heartwarming comments I've ever received off of this video. It was the opposite. The same people, this person said, this is the most worthless list I've ever seen. Holy crap, that's a good one. And there were a couple other ones, man, fire out. I want to say, I really appreciate that. I don't want a community that just glazes every single video I make. If I make a bad video, I want you to genuinely tell me, you know what I don't want to see? I would hate to see the comment section just empty. Because people don't like it, but they also don't want to say it. So I appreciate that you guys will go out and say, yeah, this is a really shitty video. Like, please never cook again. Like, who let this guy cook? I appreciate that, because I can stick to what you guys actually prefer. Now, let's talk about 151. So 151 has seen no price difference in these singles whatsoever. There has been no single that has just 2x overnight. Not a single one. There has been no single that has had any percentage return lately. However, the displays have gone up. Now, I want to address something very interesting with 151, is that the booster bundles are actually sort of a bit stagnant, which I find very interesting. So the displays are doing quite well. Booster bundles are a little bit stagnant. So let's firstly cover some numbers. So first of all, on TCG Player, USD, so Paldean Fate's display started the year at 500 USD on TCG Player. Now it's at 770 USD, which is about 1200 AUD. I'm kind of calling cap on that, and I'll tell you why. Dude, go on eBay. They're selling for 1400. They're selling for 1500. One sold today for 1500. They are not selling for 1200. Those days are long gone for Paldean Fates. I really, really hope you did buy. Like the million times I said to buy. Now, if you didn't, if you're looking at this and you're thinking, shucks, should have bought it. All right, I hope I'll do well in the next set. Don't do that. You still have time. And I'll tell you why you still have time. I still believe the Mew is the best card we've seen in eras. I love that Mew. It's doing amazing. It actually just hit a new all-time high in the PSA 10, I believe. Hey guys, I apologize, but I actually cannot fact check that. I believe it did hit a new all-time high. It's about the 1900 AUD range. Could be wrong on that. If it's the all-time high, I'm pretty sure it is. If not, then it's by like $100. Anyways, the Mew is breaking new all-time highs. The Paldean Fates displays are breaking new all-time highs every single day. They're ticking up. They're doing well, doing phenomenal. But 151 is a little stagnant. So let's firstly discuss why. First of all, 151 has gotten a lot of reprints. So I just want to say, if you're worried, if you're thinking, should I buy 151, should I buy Paldean Fates? My answer is both. They're both fantastic sets. Now, firstly, let's just do some numbers. All of these that I have written down are phenomenal gains. So Paldean Fates displays up 54% for the year. 151 displays up 35% this year. Bubble Mew up 16% in the last week. Yet 151 bundles are up 15% in the year. I don't know about you, but for Pokemon, that's not really that good, especially the fact that we're in this massive craze. 15% is not a lot. So why? Well, the main reason is that it's really difficult to get sealed displays. Getting sealed displays is harder than ever, and I'll explain why. In November, there was a 151 reprint. You could get sealed displays for 900 AUD, or let's just say 600 USD, about that range. You could get loose bundles for 80 or 75 bucks. It was everywhere. Now, it was very easy to get sealed displays. You simply walk into your Kmart and say, one sealed display, please, and they would serve you one up. Easy as that. Problem about now is you may catch a restock. There may be 100 151 bundles, but if there's a limit, that means that they're going to open up that display. The Kmart or the EB Games or whoever really will cut the seal, destroy the value of it. They don't give a shit. It's not their problem. And you'll get one loose bundle. So the supply for sealed displays is so difficult to come by. Let's use a great example. Unova Mini Tins. So Unova Mini Tin displays are not doing that good. They're really not. Usually there is a premium for displays. Usually, more than commonly, there is a premium when it's a sealed display. Now, there is a premium for this sealed display, but it's not as much as other ones. And you want to know why? Because they're not hard to come by. And a lot of stores don't give a shit to have limits. A lot of stores don't care, especially for black belt white flare, which, dude, speaking of, mate, you know what's funny? So I live with roommates, right? And whenever we get parcels, we just put it in each other's room just so it's not like in the kitchen, right? I had an Amazon box here literally for days on end, and I didn't even notice it. But I just opened it up before. What do you guys think of black belt white flare? Fantastic set. I love it. I love that ultra black and white rarity, whatever it's called. I love that there's two different Victinis. I love it. I just love this. Fantastic. Will I invest in it? No, I won't. Let's come back in 2 years and let's invest in it. Let's come back in 1.5 years. Let's invest in it. Let's come back in 2.5 years. Great set. It can wait. The thing is that these bundles haven't really gone up a lot. And I think the main reason why is just because there's so many of them. And it will go up a lot. And this is what I really like. You can see the formula working. You can see the proof is in the pudding. You can see displays are doing phenomenal. You can see Paldean Fates displays are doing amazing. Paldean Fates bundles are doing amazing. You can see 151 displays are doing amazing. 151 bundles aren't up a lot, which is great because that means that there's opportunity in the market. So what is the best number one opportunity right now? Loose 151 bundles. Very, very specific. But yeah, displays are great, but they're overpriced. I mean, damn. You can get loose 151 bundles for about $90 to $95, and you can't even get sealed displays for like $1,300 or $1,400, which means you're literally missing out on like, what is that, 30 packs or 40 packs worth of bundles just for a shrink wrap on the display. I mean, maybe it'll just be this phenomenally performing asset in the future, but I just doubt it. I think it'll do well, but I think there'll always be a fixed percentage. I feel like there'll always be like a 20 to 30% premium. I think that if bundles are $100, then sealed displays will be $1,200, $1,300. I don't think it would just be like a booster bundle, a 151 booster bundle in 10 years' time is, say, $200, and then a display is like $4,000, aka double the price of bundles. AKA 20 loose bundles being the equivalent of 10 bundles but in a sealed display. I don't see that happening. I don't see that ratio changing soon. But what does this show us? Well, this shows us that reprints are good. Reprints help boxes go up. Paldean Fates is reaching new all-time highs every single day. Now I will cry myself to sleep tonight, guys. Now, what's the occasion of me crying myself to sleep? Well, the occasion is I don't have enough Paldean Fates, and I'm not happy with that. I only have 2 displays, and I'm really, really not happy with that. Now, I hope they reprint in the future. I don't think they'll reprint bundles. They might. Who knows? I think they'll reprint other items, like premium collections and stuff. I mean, look, I'm going to go to a card show. Actually, random side note, anyone in Australia, and specifically anyone in Queensland, who's going to Collect Fest? I'm going to go there Sunday. I'm going to see if I can score some deals. If you're there, and actually, if you want to sell any like booster bundles, 151 or Paldean Fates, just hit me up on Instagram and we can just meet up there if you're going. I'm just gonna go there and see if I can score any. Like, hopefully someone doesn't notice that it's like gone up and then I can just buy theirs. Now thinking about it, me talking about that on this post probably isn't the best idea because now you guys are gonna copy me. You know what, guys? Don't buy Paldean Fates. It's not going to go to the moon. Let me buy it all. I'm just kidding. So what can we take from this? Well, we can take that reprints are good. Reprints put the set on people's mind. And even though Paldean Fates got this huge reprint, the singles are strong. The sealed is strong. It's proven itself. And you know what I love about this is that it hasn't gone to the moon. It hasn't gone to $200 a bundle. It hasn't gone to $300 a bundle. And it will. It will eventually. Paldean Fates, in my opinion, is the best set of the half of Scarlet and Violet. Prismatic Evolutions is way better. We cannot argue that. There's no argument that any set in Scarlet and Violet is better than Prismatic. There's no way. Maybe like Destined Rivals. It's a good rival. It literally is. It's a Destined Rivals. Yeah, it's not funny. So what's the takeaway? Buy Paldean Fates. Buy 151. Stay the course. Don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged. If you're watching this and you're discouraged, if you're thinking, shit, I lost it and I missed out, don't get discouraged. Just buy it. Sure, it's up 50% this year. Mate. You're getting the best shiny set of all Pokemon. Let's just get that out of the way. Second of all, you're getting the most popular type of artwork, which is alt arts. Okay, so we know Mega Evolutions are going to have alt arts. There's no promise the next era is going to have alt arts. There's no promise that alt arts will ever return. So let's just appreciate that we can invest in an era that has the best type of Pokemon people like. Gold Stars are popular, yes. Holo Rares are popular, yes. Prime cards are popular, no. Tag teams are popular, yes. But the most popular are alt arts. And we are in an era with alt arts. So be happy. Don't be discouraged. Buy Paldean Fates. It will go up more. Do not be discouraged whatsoever. But also, congratulations to everyone who did buy Paldean Fates. I'm very happy that I could glaze such a product such as Paldean Fates, and it does amazing. Hopefully I can get 10 more displays. So guys, please do not buy Paldean Fates. Paldean Fates is going to crash tomorrow. Don't buy Paldean Fates, guys. if you have any Paldean Fates, please sell it to me.